So AEW lied to us again. They claimed they were not going to bring in all the WWE cast-offs, and they brought in Matt Cardona, aka Zack Ryder, who is good friends with Cody. I mean, AEW people just hiring their friends. It is what it is. So I'm not upset about this. Not even surprised really. I kind of saw it coming. I'm more surprised they didn't take Brian Myers too. Like when Brian Myers went to Impact, I naturally thought Cardona's going to Impact because they're buddies. It never really occurred to me that Cody was going to open the back door and let Well, I shouldn't say things like that. People get the wrong idea. In any event, Cardona came to beat up. He beat up some Dark Order jobbers. Griff Garrison's. I'm sorry. Every AEW jobber is Griff Garrison. I don't even remember what the guy looked like. I know he looked like Jungle Boy, but all of them are Griff Garrisons. So They beat up a couple of Griff Garrisons in masked Griff Garrisons, and he physically was large as fuck. He was massive. Now I don't know what vitamins he was doing, what prayers he said, but dude leveled up like Goku and Vegeta from Dragon Ball. He just like doubled in size over the course of 4 months. He just got like doo doo doo. Like he must have took one of them Super Mario mushrooms, like womp womp womp, and just got big, just out of nowhere. He must have been. And the crazy thing is, like I was talking, like I be talking my shit on Twitter. And I just be like, he's out of shape. He's out of shape. Because there was a time where you could just look at AEW and like the fat version, the fat one in FTR. You know what I'm talking about? The bald one. He's fat. He's out of shape. Jake Hager, rock hard. Jake Hager, out of shape. He's in shape now, though. I think it's been a couple of weeks where he kind of took some time off and he's starting to get abs again. But a lot of these guys are showing up on AEW with no muscle definition. They're they're not in shape because we know Eddie Kingston was not in shape when he came. Warhorse was all right. He like that have been his natural walking around weight. He didn't have any muscle definition, but he wasn't out of shape. And then here comes, Zack Ryder. He's just pulsating. I mean, he's just like he's huge. I don't know what else to say. Like he's big, and I just wanted. And then people just started talking like, "What's going on with the size of this man?" And look, we already know what's up with Brian Cage. We know Brian Cage is taking the power pills. He's stacking. Okay, we already know. He can claim he's not. We already know he's stacking. Okay, now is Cardona stacking? I don't know. I didn't like the way he moved. Like when I saw Cardona moving, trying to do the Rough Rider, his little standing leg drop, it gave me Scott Steiner vibes, dog. His legs were kind of small. Or maybe it was just his pants was constrictive because he was wearing like tight pants, and maybe that was the problem. But it wasn't looking good, dog. I don't know. Look, I'm all for giving a guy a chance, man. AEW has been the place where people have been able to show up and show what they can do. I'm cool with that. Matt Cardona, aka Zack Ryder, has been a guy everybody has been telling me should have been a big star in the WWE. He was so over that they were cheering for him when The Rock was in the ring. He's so over. He should have sold so much merchandise, and he should have been in the main events of stuff, and he should have did all this and stuff. And people seem to think that just because you get over, that means you go into the main event. This is the mistake that they're doing with Orange Cassidy right now. They think that everything, just getting over, means that you're main event ready. That's not what getting over means. Because you can get over in certain spots and then not really fit the bill in that spot. Because Orange Cassidy fucking sucks in the position that they have him in. He might be funny as a comedy jobber, or a comedy Griff Garrison or something like that off to the side doing his own thing. But when you put him in right smack in the middle of stuff, it's weird. And that's kind of how Zack Ryder was. Like when you put Zack Ryder in the ring with like John Cena and Kane and Randy Orton, he didn't seem like such a big star. Plus he was mostly a sympathetic underdog. So that's what they wrote him as. They wrote him as a sympathetic underdog. They didn't. I mean, I'm pretty sure they didn't. It didn't occur to them that the moment they lean into him being a sympathetic underdog, people were gonna go poo it and turn it back on him. You know, that's just kind of how it is. You know, Ray can get beat up all the time, and people don't stop reacting when Ray come out. So, you know, there's people who get turned into crash dummies all the time in WWE. The fans don't leave them. For some reason, Cardona, the moment he started getting beat up, the fans left. They should have said a lot. Maybe because he was started to be on TV, and the whole point of it was he just was underutilized and not on TV. But AEW is sort of the land of opportunity, and that's a good thing, you know. But they've collected some real bombs, dog. Like boy, that Brody Lee, that's a crater. Okay, that's a crater. He is a bust. Okay, Matt Hardy is not looking good. Now, when it comes to, you know, top 5, top 6 busts in wrestling, holy fucking shit. Shawn Spears, massive bust. Lance Archer's looking like a bust too, dog. It's all looking bad. It's all looking bad. But that's not about this video is not about them. It's about Cardona. And I hope Cardona isn't a bust. I hope that he, you know, has a chip on his shoulder. That's the good thing about getting fired from WWE. People come out of it angrier, usually. They come out more determined to show what they can do. And sometimes they do. You know, so far, you know, this video is being recorded on July the 30th. One person has come out of being fired from WWE, and I've kind of been impressed by what they've done so far, and that was Eric Young. He showed up to Slammiversary. I was really impressed at what he did. Most everybody else, I just kind of thought like, yeah, you were fired for a reason. Well, and Heath Slater, obviously. Well, Heath, you know, when he hasn't done anything yet, but I was very impressed with his promo on Raw that time, which got a copyright strike, which is really weird. Which, because I didn't use any, I guess because I used the pictures. Maybe his pictures come from Raw or copyrighted, and they were like, oh, they're going to strike me. Kiss my ass. In any event, AEW being the land of opportunity, bringing in Matt Cardona, it's a good thing. I'm not angry. I'm kind of confused. Like, well, there are other people that you could have hired if you're going to bring in somebody, but I guess they just weren't Cody's friends. And plus, everybody knew that when Zack Ryder got fired, that he was going to AEW anyway. It wasn't a surprise to anybody. But I guess he'll have his first match on the August 5th episode of AEW Dynamite. I maintain that AEW cannot survive off of bringing in indie talent or spamming surprises. You cannot simply have a surprise every week. Eventually, you will just have to deliver what you promise. You will just have to use the talent that you have. They keep bringing in people, and they don't use the people that they got. It's really weird. It's really weird. They even brought in what they say her name is Ariane. She was Cameron, Naomi's former partner from the Funkadactyls, who was legit one of the worst wrestlers in the world. She's got to be better by now, right? Because it's been about 10 years, or at least 6. So she's got to be better by now. And they brought her in. I haven't seen her recently, so I can't shit on her. So whatever. But Cardona was jacked. I started this video really to just say that Cardona was jacked, and I'm pretty sure you can start a car with whatever is in his body. Let me know. Let's talk about this. What do you guys think about Matt Cardona signing up to AEW? Like this video, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.